It's always difficult to hear stories about people who are incredibly healthy. They treat their bodies well, and then their bodies fail them through no fault of their own in something like chronic kidney disease.
Oh, absolutely. And kidney disease has been on the rise steadily for over a decade. According to the National Institutes of Health, 1 in 10 Americans has some form of chronic kidney disease. That's more than 20 million people. And within the last 10 years, incidents of kidney disease have more than doubled. Some good news is, although cases have doubled, the number of people dying from kidney disease has seriously decreased.
Now, we could talk about the numbers all day long and all the various forms of kidney disease, treatment, causes, all that. But how is kidney disease impacting the lives that it touches? Well, joining us today to tell us their story and how we can help are Nicole Scharf, who's from the National Kidney Foundation for the Eastern Shore and Southern Delaware, and Pat D'Angelantonio, a man formerly living with kidney disease. Thank you both.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Pat, let me start with you. Formerly living with kidney disease, and you say it all started at work. Take me back. What happened?
Well, he's an aerospace engineer for a big aerospace company. Found myself with bouts of tiredness, and I figured it was just age. You know, I was getting old, and
right.
I started doing some power drinks to help give me a boost. And little did I know, I was dealing with high blood pressure. Never went to the doctors, like all guys do. You know, we're made of steel. And actually, you know, I had a stroke, a massive stroke in work, on the work floor. Next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital, and they told me, "Look, you've been dealing with this for 2 years. You damage your kidneys.
Oh no.
You're heading for dialysis. Your number's already, and the number you start dialysis is your creatinine level is 7.7.
Yeah.
And so anyway, about a year later, I was on dialysis.
How long were you on dialysis?
I was on dialysis for 5 years.
5 years, is that typical? That seems like a long time.
Well, you can go 2 ways with that. Typical for somebody who's on the transplant list is 7 years. I was lucky in that regard because I got it on 5. Just remember, if your heart cannot take the operation, you're on dialysis for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Okay, and once you're on dialysis, you're on dialysis.
You're on dialysis.
So what was it like getting that transplant?
Well, I go back and think about it, and I think it's like being a rebirth, like a children being born. You just got your life back. It's a feeling that I can't even explain. It's wonderful.
What were the changes? What changed in your life?
Well, number one, I was kind of a miserable guy. I mean, you know, I got to give credit to my wife. I just couldn't handle the change mentally. It was because dialysis is a mental challenge at best. So, you know, you got to get past that. You got to have a lot of support, and gals and organizations like Nicole here, they help you get there.
And Nicole, tell us about the National Kidney Foundation. What do they do?
Well, this is probably the best part of my job, is getting to meet the patients and working in the dialysis clinics and seeing what these people are going through. It helps put into perspective what great work the National Kidney Foundation is doing. We have fundraising events where we raise much needed funds and awareness for research as it relates to kidney disease and transplant hospitals also. And we also provide assistance for patients. We have a patient emergency assistance grant process where we will help if you are having trouble, you know, with paying for your medications each month, or you might need help with your rent or electric bills that particular month. The National Kidney Foundation can help with things like that. We also do key screenings in the community, and KEY stands for Kidneys Evaluate Yours. And we are screening to check for kidney disease. High blood pressure and diabetes are the 2 leading risk factors of kidney disease. So these screenings are intended to just do that, screen patients to see if they're at risk or how well their kidneys are functioning. Completely free to the community, yes.
Okay, so what can we do to help?
Well, get involved in the walk is the biggest thing. It's our biggest platform to be able to raise awareness and let people know about kidney disease and the Kidney Foundation. Get involved in our walk. You can visit our website at kidneywalk.org. We are always looking for volunteers to help out that day also. Tons of information you can find about the National Kidney Foundation on kidneywalk.org or kidneymd.org.
And there are 2 walks. When are they?
Yes, we have one coming up this Sunday at Cape Henlopen State Park in Southern Delaware. That's our first one kicking off the season. Registration's at 9 a.m. The walk starts at 10. Beautiful walk around Cape Henlopen State Park near the beach. It's usually a really gorgeous day. The next one is next weekend in Salisbury on Sunday, May 3rd at Winter Place Park. Same registration time, and the walk begins at 10. Beautiful walk around Winter Place.
All right, Nicole, thank you. Pat, thank you. If you were to boil everything down to just one message you want to give people, what would it be?
Well, my message is this, simply this. You got to go to the doctors once a year. Once you get over 45 or maybe before 45, because if you get that blood work checked.
Right.
Because if you don't, I'm going to show you the end result of what my scar got. This is what you don't want to wind up with. That's a reminder from me.
Tell me what that is.
They call that a fistula. That's where you receive dialysis.
And you'll have that the rest of your life?
Once they get it in, even if you
stays.
get a transplant, it stays.
Wow, how about that?
Pat, Nicole, thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Appreciate talking to you.
All right, and if you would like more information about the National Kidney Foundation or about the upcoming walks, visit WBOC.com and click on our picture at the top of the page. You can walk around Delmarva this weekend for a good cause, and you can also get a dose of Delmarva history. Up next, we learn about an incredible Smithsonian exhibit right here on the peninsula. Find out how the Hometown Teens exhibit wound up in Federalsburg and why it's focusing on way more than sports.
Well, not only have sports evolved over the years, but so have our downtowns. We're also going to hear from WBOC's Chris Weimer about the death of downtowns and how one local city is hoping to bring theirs back to life in a big way. Delmarva Live. We'll be right back.